All right, welcome to Trading Unfiltered. This is Craig, aka Tatted. Me and sellers wanted to do something a little different because we continually get questions on you know, around short selling and what it looks like. So we kind of did a video not too long ago explaining what short selling is. But this video is a little bit different. That's why you don't see us. This is just, we wanted to actually put out there a live trading example of what short selling looks like and how you do that using the DOS platform that I have pulled up here. So the first, I'm going to show two examples. I'm going to show this first example this is Meta, the Facebook, whatever you want to call it. And it's currently trading at about 173 a share. But I wanted to show one main thing with this. This stock, if you look here where my mouse is, this little S right there, and this is the montage window. But this S, when you see that, that means this stock is shortable whenever I want, as much as I want, doesn't matter. So that's what that means. Most of the big dog stocks, Tesla, Amazon, Meta, the large caps are always shortable and you don't have to locate shares. And the next example, I'm going to show what that looks like, because most of the stocks that we short are considered hard to borrow and we have to locate shares before we can short them. But in this example, I don't need to do that, hence why the S is here. So let's just say I wanted to short it, right here. Again, thesis doesn't matter. This is just literally showing what short selling looks like in a live trading example. So you can put in however many shares you want to short of the stock here, whatever you want. And for this example, I'm just going to literally put 1. And let's say I wanted to short it right now. So instead of hitting the buy button, which is everything we've been taught, right? You buy low, you sell high. But instead of hitting the buy button, I'm actually going to come over here to this where it says short. I got 1 share in there. I'm going to hit short right there. So now you can see in my position window, I am short Meta, 1 share with an average cost of 172.87. So basically, as this stock goes down, as you can see, it's currently going down from my short, I am actually making money. Not much, because it's not moving much. This is a large cap. They don't tend to move as much. But from my position, that little red arrow is where I got short at. As it moves down, as you can see, I am actually making money as the stock goes down. Now, I kind of want to hang out here for a minute and hope it actually goes against me, so you can see as this stock actually, if it goes higher, I would actually lose money. But in this example, I took my short right there at 172.87 roughly. Going down a little bit. So as it's going down, my percent change is actually going up. My unrealized gains are going up as it moves down. Just give it a couple minutes here and see what it does. I'm not going to make this video be too long. But again, we just wanted to show a live example of what shorting the stock actually does look like. So when we talk about shorting, we're not talking about how long we're in it. We're talking about we're actually taking a short position and hoping the stock goes down for us to make money. But you can see now it's back up to my position. So now I'm basically break even, or in this case, now I'm tiny red. So if the stock keeps going up from where I shorted it, like I said, I will start losing money. It's the polar opposite of everything we've been taught. So it feels wrong, but this is what we do. So now I'm pretty much break even from my entry. Percent change is literally right now at 0, but that'll continue to change as the stock moves. So now it's kind of going up. So let's just say, for the sake of the example, I took my short here and I wanted it to go down from my short. I never wanted it to go against me. So let's say it's kind of going against me a little bit. It's not really going down the way I wanted. Let's just say I want to get out of this position. So whenever you enter in a position in DOS, it typically takes whatever that size was and keeps it here for you. So when you cover that position, it closes it for you. So you saw me get short the 1 share, shows I have 1 share here. 1 share is still here. Let's say I'm ready to get out of this position. So we shorted it first. And when we're shorting the stock, we're actually shorting it first and then we're buying to cover. So let's say I'm ready to get out of this position, be done with it, and move on. So I would literally just hit buy. Now you see the position window is now empty because that position is no longer open. So I shorted it here where this red arrow is. Whoops. Right here. And I covered my short right there. And that's what those little execution arrows are for. So again, this was just one example of a shortable stock, large cap. You can short it as much as you want, as frequently as you want. But let's change it to, I'm going to put in this ticker here. This has been a big mover on the day. This thing is up 77% and it just keeps going. But let's say now I think the top is in and I wanted to take a short. But you can see where it says HTB, means hard to borrow. So before I wanted to short this stock, I would have to locate shares. Now, for the sake of this example, I have pre-located one share, and I'm not doing that on live screen because it shows my account number, which is kind of a pain. But Cobra on their website, and I'll link the video in our description, but they do have a video example of how to short using their platform or using this platform. And I'll link that in there just so you can see, if you wanted to, how to actually locate those shares. But they make it super simple. You can choose to locate however many you want. It tells you the price that it's going to cost you. And usually with Cobra, incredibly cheap. So, but I just wanted to point out that this HTB does mean it's hard to borrow. So before I could just short it, I would have to locate shares. Like I said, for this video, pre-located, just because it does show account numbers when you start getting into short locates. But let's just say I think the top is in, right? So I'm going to put in just one share and I want to take a short here. So I'm now short one share with the average cost of 167. So same, I don't think this thing is just going to suddenly go down. So I am assuming, again, for the sake of this video, that I am probably going to lose on this trade. This thing is just grinding up all day. But as this thing continues to go up, you can see my percent change is negative as the stock goes up, and my unrealized gains is, of course, going against me. Now, if the stock were to go down, of course, it'd be the adverse. I'd start being in the profit. But this thing is just a all-day grinder. But I'm going to give it a minute or two here, just so you can kind of watch this for a second and see how this position window reacts to the movements. Because sometimes with these small caps like this, you can get massive, huge flushes or rips and big candles, and you can see some pretty big price movement pretty quickly. So now the stock is actually going down from my entry, and you can see that the percent change is green, means I'm up on my position, and I'm up a whole 4 cents. Like I said, I just did one share for the sake of the example. But you can see my little red arrow here where I entered in. Average cost is 167. Now it's trading at about 162. So you can see I'm up, the 4 cents or whatever. But yes, you can see where the stock is actually down from my entry, but I am actually positive in my gains and my percent change. And that's just because I took that short position. So let me give it a minute or two here and just kind of see what it does. It would be quite hilarious if, for the sake of this of the example, I literally shorted the exact damn near top, but unlikely considering the time of day and how this thing is just grinding. But yeah, you can see from the time I entered to now, I'm up 2.4%, but it's kind of just gotten stagnant now. Well, see, now it's kind of going down. So now it's gone down a little bit more. So my percent changes went up a little bit. My unrealized gains just went up a little bit. But yeah, if the stock continues to go down, my profit will continue to go up. So like I said, we've talked about short selling. I know we've explained what it is, but we just wanted to show a live example of what it actually looks like when you do short a stock. Like I said, we short these small cap hard to borrows, and that's what this HTB means, but we short them for a reason. I'm sure many people who are watching this have bought one of these small caps on the long side thinking it's going to go to infinity, and then usually as quick as they go up, they come crashing back down. So that's why we tend to go on the short side with these, because it's like a rubber band. As quick as they go up, they typically come back down. 95% of these companies fail, so we're just really trading the statistics and the data. far as these stocks. But so anyway, let's say now I wanted to get out of my position, cover the same way as I did with Meta, but basically it's already got the one here for me. And let's just say I'm ready to get out of this position. I am up, not a lot, 6 cents, 4%, whatever. But anyway, I just hit buy. Position window's cleared out because that position is closed. So you can see I shorted here, covered here. But again, this is just a quick, rough example. Let's say I wanted to go long, right? I wanted to do what everyone knows and actually go long. Let's just put in one share here again. Oh, now look, it's going down. And then instead of, shorting it first, this time if I want to go long, I just do what everyone knows and hit the old buy button. Puts a green arrow for me, lets me know I'm long from an average of 158 with one share. And now, it's going to do what everyone's used to seeing. If it goes down, my percent change will go down and my unrealized gains will go down because now I'm actually long the stock. So I'll give it a minute here just so you can kind of see how the percent change and the unrealized reacts to my long entry, which is from 158. That actually looks like it's just trending down now. Almost looks like I got the perfect short right here. But again, just a rough example for everyone to see. But let's just say, okay, so I longed it here and, it's just not looking real strong. So I just want to get out of that position the same way. So instead, I hit the buy button first this time. So now for me to get out of that position, I would just hit the sell button. So hit sell. Boom. Longed it here, sold it here. Position window's empty. Means I'm not holding a position. But these buttons can be hit in any order to open the position accordingly. I mean, if I wanted to, I could put a share back in here. I could short it again. And that's why that new red arrow's there. And again, the position is open back up. You can see it. It's red because I am short a position. So that's one thing that DOS does for you. It usually puts your symbol as a red if it's a short, green if it's a long. But I am short again from an average cost of 156. And then the percent change in unrealized gains, of course, are acting accordingly. And then this realized gains, the reason there's numbers here now is because from the other trades I've made earlier on this, those are the amount of gains that I've realized and locked in. So I'm up on the stock 5 cents, killing it. But now I have opened a new short from an average cost of 156, and it's kind of going against me. Right now it's starting to kind of go up. So if I'm like, oh man, this is bad, I want to get out. Same as before, you just hit the buy button. Since I am short, I am buying to cover. And then I'm out. So hopefully this kind of helped clear up some of that for people. Again, same as usual. Let us know in the comments if there's something we can do to help. But we just wanted to show a live trading example of shorting a stock and what that looks like in this this is the DOS platform. But these buttons, you can buy, you can sell, or you can short, you can buy to cover. You can do them either direction, but we just wanted to give a live example of what that looks like. Hopefully that helps some people. Again, questions, comments, let us know and we'll help you out. Appreciate y'all. Peace.